Alright, I'm going to use Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega for this one because it has more up-to-date cards, which means I can use the Math Mech package and Achichi Golem Crystal Heart to do some crazy things. First off, I'm going to just do the normal Transcode Line for summoning the Arrival. If you have already committed this line to memory, feel free to skip all the way to the next timestamp. First of all, you'll want to use Pikari's effect to turn either Wind Pegasus or Achichi into a level 4. In this case, I chose Pegasus because I want to get into the graveyard before using Gatchiri to make Firewall Dragon Darkfluid. Alright, next you'll have to use Alambertian to search for Circular, one of the best Math Mech main deck monsters. Next, make sure to send Sigma to the graveyard as the cost for summoning Circular. Yes, you love it when the cost is actually beneficial to you in the long run. Alright, normally we would use Dark Templar, Alambertian, and Wind Pegasus as the link materials, but since Gatchiri is on the field and Wind Pegasus is already in the grave, we can use Gatchiri instead so that Darkfluid will be unaffected. Note that Darkfluid was summoned next to Dark Infant Link Arrow. That allows us to clear the extra monster zones, allowing us to use Sigma. Now normally this would make Circular search for a Math Mech spell, but we already have Math Mech Equation in hand because the RNG has a bad sense of humor. G-Golem Crystal Heart can summon an Earth Link monster from the graveyard, and regardless of its Link rating, it's exactly as busted as it sounds. Note that in the normal version of the combo, I would need to use Math Mech Equation to bring back a light Math Mech from the graveyard in order to get enough materials to summon the Arrival. But since I used Gatchiri, I was able to use the remaining Math Mech to summon the Arrival instead. Yep, this guy opened up a ton of extenders, no stopping him now. Well, I can at least stop him from getting his field spell. Field spells from the Visa's lore are pretty powerful. I really should have negated Parallel Exceed here, just to reduce the chances of the enemy summoning Underworld Goddess.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
If I didn't banish his Astra with Called By, he would have summoned Underworld Goddess on me probably. But I would still have Darkfluid to protect me if that actually happened. So yeah, having Darkfluid does help, at least in having an extra body, but it can also make you more vulnerable in some ways, since you have to deal with Lava Golem being able to just completely wipe your board now. You also have less flex space in your main deck and extra deck because of all the extra cards needed to summon Darkfluid. So there is that disadvantage. You wouldn't be able to draw as many hand traps over the course of several games because of the law of big numbers. And you might even have to cut back on certain cards like Eye Contact and maybe even some copies of your field spell, which doesn't really feel great. For the extra deck, you'd also have to cut 2 more slots. You get 1 less Splash Mage, you wouldn't be able to play double access code, and you might not even be able to have Light Dragon and Link Spider at the same time. You know, I'm not a very good statistician or Yu-Gi-Oh player, so I wouldn't be able to tell if this deck list would be able to have a higher win rate than the pure Ignister version.